order to serve after-school snacks and meals. So we definitely want to use after-school programs to increase participation in nutrition programs that get kids what they need to grow and learn. And that's our best practice recommendation for this section. Having a snack and making sure that kids are not hungry removes a non-academic barrier to academic achievement. We know hungry kids don't learn. So, I think being 48th in the nation is really a challenge for us, but I think also an opportunity for improvement. So if your after-school program is serving snacks and meals, make sure that you highlight this area in conversation with people. The third piece that we wanted to pull up was the workforce development piece. Our statistics here talk about 1 in 3 Ohio workers say that they don't have adequate training to get ahead. $164 billion spent annually across the nation on employee education and training to close skills gaps. After-school programs really help develop the soft skills that employers seek. And even if you are a school-age program, you're still helping, in an early elementary school-age program, you're still helping prepare the workforce by helping kids develop leadership skills and conflict resolution, and helping them with turn-taking, and helping them with innovation and project management, if they're doing an activity in the after-school program. So I think that it's important that you share experiences that your youth have that are opportunities. If you're taking your kids for a field trip to like the whistle factory or to an ice cream factory, that exposure to manufacturing and production might spark an interest in a career path or an interest that they might not otherwise have had. And if you're taking your kids to a college campus, it might be the only experience that they ever have up to that point to actually explore and see themselves in college. So make sure that you lift up those opportunities that you're giving youth. So a little bit of deeper analysis about this project. And there, like I mentioned earlier, there are way more details on the OAN website. We talk about the questions that we are asking ourselves and how we got the answers. There's tons of data, spreadsheets on there too. And then finally, we have some maps that are on there that we want to have the opportunity at some point to go back and analyze the correlations between where after-school programs are in our state and where some of other things are happening in our state, like opioid overdoses and urban, rural, and suburban school districts and food insecurity. So, we've got more information on what we were thinking as we sort of went through this on the website, if you're so inclined and want to dig deeper. We had 500 programs participate and report, and we know that there are probably more than 500. I'm just joking. I know there are thousands. But I think we could have done this project a couple different ways. We could have, gone to Ohio Departments of Job and Family Service and Education and said, hey, can you give us lists of your programs? But if we did that, we wouldn't have a complete picture of what they're doing at their program. And also, we need this map to be as up to date and current as it can be. And so lists that come from large organizations sometimes are not the most up to date. So we felt like the best way to do this project was to allow programs to self-report. There's also a password that you get when you submit your data. That way you can get back in and change it. So if you expand your license and suddenly can serve 150 kids instead of 100, you can get in and edit it. And I think the value of that is that you then have organizations that control the map and not a government agency. And so, this is the map that our field wants legislators to know about. It's owned by the field. It's not owned by OAN. It's on our website, but we don't control the data that's in it. It's self-reported. And so we think that there's something really unique and beautiful about a piece of information that is owned by the field. But we also know that, we need to get more engagement. So for our first run, for our first try, given the parameters I've discussed earlier, we thought that 500 programs was really great. We were super happy with that first run. And as I acknowledged earlier, we're also still missing sections of the state. So when we go back through and do our next round of this map and request for data and making sure people have the right data on the map, we'll definitely start with our missing sections of the state, trying to engage them and doing some more deeper research on that. There's more work to do, and we're excited about the opportunity to keep this project going and to keep showing the data for what's the state of after school and summer learning in Ohio. So if anything here on this conversation that we had today, anything strikes you want to talk to me more about it, or you want to ask more questions, you can get a hold of me, Nichelle at OANOhio.org. You can also give me a call at 1-833-OAN-OHIO, 1-833-626-6446. Be glad to talk to you about this project. Thanks for tuning into our podcast. OAN would like to thank the National Conference of State Legislatures for their support on this project and the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation for funding it. OAN would also like to thank those key volunteers who took this project from an idea into reality. Nancy Brody, Executive Director of School Achievement from the YMCA of Central Ohio. Elizabeth Chantricola, Research and Evaluation Associate, Youngstown State University. Beth Urban, COO, Impact Community Action. Tracy Whalen Payne, Grants and Data Manager for the Godwin Guild. Laura Clark, Operations Assistant, Ohio Afterschool Network. The Ohio Afterschool Network podcast was written and directed by Nichelle Shaskis. It was recorded at the OAN office located at Willis Education Center in lovely downtown Delaware, Ohio. This podcast was edited and produced by Chris Kilbarger. Music also by Chris Kilbarger. OAN would like to thank the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation and the National Afterschool Association for their national support of the statewide work OAN does here in Ohio. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Ohio Afterschool, or subscribe to our newsletter at oanohio.org. That's it for today. Catch you next time.